ShinRobjira. Today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at the Series 3 Bandai Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon a Time set. Now I have talked about this series in the past, but you lot just haven't seen it because I recorded a video for the Series 2 releases and, well, most of it went unrecorded. The entire unboxing process was just unrecorded, so I'm happy to be doing this right this time. So let's get started. So instead of just dropping all of these all at once, I'm going to be reaching into this box and pulling out one. So within this series, you can get Rei, Mari, or Asuka. Mari and Asuka are going to be outfitted in their white rainbow plug suits, so let's hope we can actually get all three. There we go. Oh no. There we go. Alright, so up first, it looks like we have Mari. Yes. Okay, so I'm not really seeing any major rainbowisms here, but we do have Mari, and we are going to cut her out of this plastic right now. Well, I guess you could say she's really in pieces about all of this, so let's get this gal together. And already, this is already kind of like going together a lot simpler than Series 2 did, but well, at least in terms of the head. Yeah, so my only complaint with these is that they can be a little finicky to get together, especially the legs. The legs sometimes leave very unsightly seams like so, and you really have to get them on, and they're not going to look pitch perfect, but actually that's not too bad. It's just that leg. Okay, now this is looking like it is this leg, and this is looking like that is that leg, and there we go. We have Mari. Let's just get her on her little included stand here, and not gonna lie, this is pretty freaking awesome. I'm loving how this is looking, but we'll take a closer look at all of these once we're done. And now we're moving on to ball number 2. I wonder who it could be. We'll find out. All right. I saw the hair. That's the one thing about these gacha balls over here. They really don't do well with spoilers, since they're all see-through. But hey, looks like we got Asuka. There we go. We got Asuka with her big head, her big hair, and her big mouth. Oh, I guess I should talk about these too. So these are going to show you exactly who's in the series. We have Mari, we have Asuka, and we have Rei. So we've got Mari and Asuka, so that's like 90% of the series so far. Let's just hope the next two aren't Mari and Asuka again, though I wouldn't be upset about it. So Asuka's pretty broken up, so let's put the gal together. Alrighty. And dear Lord, what is going on with Asuka's face? It's like two-tone. Dang it, Bandai. But I guess we should wait to get it fully together. There we go. Whoops. I do really love the metallic red on white for Asuka. That's really cool. Let's take her head off. Wow, that actually went together really nicely. Gotta put a little extra elbow grease into those. Okay, there's Asuka's big heckin' head. She is very top heavy, and I can feel it already, but when you got flowing, luscious hair like that, I guess you're gonna have a little bit of extra weight. So here is Asuka. Yet again, let's get her on her stand. We can fit the arms in together, and I'm liking this pose. I really am. It's nice, and the two together look fantastic, and I do believe these poses are based on a scene from the movie where they're standing side by side, activating their plug suits, so the flowing hair and everything, mixed with the stances and all that, are very cool. Now let's move on to the final two. Ball number 3, who could it be? All right, let me try and cover this up as much as possible. Who do we get? Oh, wait. We got Rei. And she's in... What? This wasn't on the... Was it? Wait, no, this dude! Did I get like a special rare one or something? Oh, that's the mystery one. I didn't even take that into account. We got a special version of Rei, Farmer Rei. Cool. All right, well, let's put this gal together. Rei is in pieces, so let's get her legs on first. And I still haven't seen Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 Thrice Upon Time. I am waiting to see it with a group of friends that I promised I would wait to see it with them first, and one of them needs to see all the rebuild films, and we're gonna do like a whole thing of it. And, you know, just pandemic hours, it's hard for everybody, honestly. So here's the body, and then this would be Rei's Would this be? Yeah, okay, that looks like a Rei pose. Okay, and she's got the one knee bent. And let's get Rei's. Oh, there we go. And there we have Rei. All right, so here's Rei. She's got a bit of a lean to her, but she's in her farmer getup, and that's really, really cool. Again, still haven't seen Thrice Upon a Time, but I'm liking this design for Rei.
Ball number 4. Shut the door.
All right, so gonna try and cover this up as much as possible. Okay, I'm seeing more black plug suit, so we have another Rei, but oh my god, I did it. I got the full series. Holy shiznoid. Thank God. Well, this is looking familiar, and yes, I'm talking about Neon Genesis Evangelion. So let's get Rei together now. Oh god, that makes me nervous. I don't want to break the arm, because getting more of these is going to be somewhat impossible. Because Evangelion, overpriced, merchandising. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay, Rei is yet again. That was probably not the right leg. It was not. All right, so there we go. She's in somewhat the same pose as Farmer Rei. And there is Rei. Now, let's take a close look at all 4 of these. Yes, so happy to have the full set this go around, especially after Bandai burned me with the Godzilla GVK one and sending me a bunch of skull crawlers. But I'm over it, I promise I am. Now, taking a look at Rei, she's a bit goofy with a smile, but I'd rather see the poor gal smiling than scowling as she has beforehand. We've got the number 9 on her chest. We've got a lot of lovely detail here. Very surprised to see the bottom of the feet painted. I was going to say as cleanly as they are, but they are a little bit on the messy side. I like what they were doing with Rei's hair this go around, and I do find it really amazing that they actually painted the little hair clips too. Wasn't expecting that. And these being Gachapon, the paint can be neither here nor there, and it is a little messy over here on the chest, but for the most part it is another black plug suit Rei Ayanami, which I don't have a proper figure of, so this is really, really cool. I'm really digging it. Again, the detail is just top notch, black on black. You can tell that it's 2 different blacks. Whimsical detail. Whimsical, whimsical. And again, just seeing Rei smile, that's nice. Now we gotta talk about Farmer Rei. This is this series' rare find that you can get, and you can see she's got some farmer gear on, some gloves, some sleeves. She's got a little hat, and she's got some boots too. So the boots are nicely done, nicely detailed, decently painted. Very, very cool. Moving up a little bit, we're gonna get the same amount of detail on the plug suit, and the pose is mostly the same. Entirely the same, actually. But the detail on the gloves is nice. It's nice to see some like elasticity in there. And then we've got the pink sleevoids over here for whatever reason. I don't really get the presence of that, but hey, tan on pink on black, that's daring, Rei. That's very, very daring. The paint on the chest moving into the stomach area is definitely a little bit nicer this go around. And she's got some chunky white paint over there, but I have a feeling that's just because of this that's present on her head. But the detail on this thing is pretty dang nice for a Gachapon, and we've got some nice cloth detail on the back and around on the sides, and you can see there's like a little bow tied there, and that's looking really cool. And again, it's just really heartwarming to see Rei smile. And just for a little bit of a comparison here are both of the figures. Again, mostly the same pose. This one's got a little bit more of a lean, I'm guessing because she's a bit more top heavy this go around. But for the most part, I'm happy with both of these, and I will be displaying them happily. It's the legs, man, I swear. These things are ridiculous. And for the sake of sakes, here's Series 2 White Plug Suit Rei, along with the 2 new Reis that I just got. At some point, I will get around to editing and releasing this video. I don't know if it'll be public or not. I'm gonna try and save it because the audio is just terrible, and that's why I never released it. But they all look really, really nice together. They do. Up next is Mari in her white and metallic pink suit, and it's looking really, really good for Mari. The glasses always impress me. Bandai always do really really, really good job on her glasses, and she's got that perfect Mari smirk, and I especially love what they did with the hair this go around. Yes, it's supposed to be brunette, but it's got some highlights of like a pinkish in there, which helps because these parts of the plug suits in the movie, I do believe, glow, so that works out really, really well. Beautiful detail on the hair. We've got the hair ties in there. We've got the hair clips on her headband over there, looking really, really fresh. And the rest of the detail is pretty dang sublime too, and the paint job on Mari is looking really, really strong. Very much impressed. And here she is on the back with more lovely paint and details on here. Most of it, all of it, is actually painted, and the pink on the soles of the feet is actually very neatly done. Consider me surprised. There are some like inklings of whatever that is over here and over here. It's a little on the messy side, but it's definitely not as noticeable, and wow, they painted that really, really nicely. Bandai, you're doing great with these. My one complaint though is that I don't know if it's just like my lighting or the shadow effect, but the tops of the legs and the torso look a little bit darker than the bottoms of the legs and these two arms. So I don't know if that's like a standard in this series or not. Anybody that's been collecting since Series 1, if you could tell me, please let me know. And here's Series 3 Mari with Series 2 Mari, and as you can see, these legs were just, oh my god, the seamage. It doesn't even fully connect. It's a pain. But again, it's nice to have some variation for old Mari over here. I don't have too much of Mari, so to have a very, very nice looking Series 3 with a decent looking Series 2 makes me happy. I like it. Alright, and finally we have Asuka, the great big mouth herself, and I don't know why that's going on with her face. It's like, it's two-tone. It's like half of her face is dirty. That's a bit of an upset because I love eye patch Asuka. I feel like that's like the best iteration of Asuka to some extent. And she's a little bit on the messier side than Mari. The metallic red does bleed very heavily, but I feel like that's just something that's been happening with reds for the longest time when it comes to paint. And we got a bit of a schmutz over there. Yeah, it's not coming off. But just like Mari, the lower torso into the thighs and legs are nicely detailed. The bottoms of the feet are surprisingly pretty clean with metallic red paint. Looking really, really nice. Moving up into the legs and into the gluteus maximus area, we've got more stripes. If we tilt the figure forward, we can see that she's got the number Z. I believe Mari had the number S. I guess I should say letters. I was expecting numbers. I guess that gets explained in the show, well, movie. And then here is the flowing Asuka hair. Very, very beautifully done. Really, really loving it. And I like how she kept her red hair clip ribbon looking things. They're nicely painted. A little on the messy side on this portion. And wow, okay, there's the eye patch kind of going through the ear, or maybe they just molded a part of the ear to kind of fit that. Yeah, I had that same issue with the Bandai Spirits, or no, it was Bandai Spirits, I believe. The eye decals are very cleanly put on. The mouth paint is nice. Asuka's looking pretty cool. I'm liking how she's looking. And then here's Series 2 Asuka with Series 3 Asuka, and again, very nice poses. Loving the flow and hair, Bandai. Keep it going. And I really don't know which would be my favorite from Series 3. I'm kind of leaning on Mari just because she looks the best and she, like, the final product came out the cleanest, but I really do love Asuka with the flow and hair a lot, so I don't know. So I am very happy to have the entirety of the set here. I think they all look fantastic, even with their slight issues when it comes to paint. As far as the collection altogether, I would definitely give it a solid 3 stars, save for Asuka's multi-toned face. You know, they're not full-on replacements for Sega anime figures, but they're just as good, especially when most of the anime figures coming out for these are overpriced and just very, very hard to get a hold of. So I enjoy these, and if they make more, I will most certainly get more. It would be nice to see some of the Eva units in this. For real, some Eva units 1, 2, 3, and all the other ones that came before, during, and after. I would love to see in Gachapon format, especially at this scale. That would be very, very nice. 3 solid stars, a solid recommend. Don't buy them from Big Bad Toy Store because for whatever reason they're $100. They're this big. This big. And Big Bad's charging some egregious prices for that. I don't know if that's due to import tax or something like that, but I paid like 20 bucks for
4 pieces, and I mean, you put 2 and 2 together there. I'll leave a link in the description below if they're still available on HobbyLink Japan, which you should totally use my affiliate link in the description below, and I have a specialized link in the comment section if they're still available for you all. And if not, we're just going to have to hope and pray for a restock, or if you really want these, you're gonna have to go on Big Bad Toy Store and spend a lot of money for something that's essentially 4, maybe 5 inches. Anyway, I have been ShinRobjira. Patrons, thank you so much for becoming ShinRobjira patrons. I really appreciate it. You should all check out my social media merch pages for more ShinRobjira-isms, and until next we meet, whenever that may be, likely for more Ultraman Trigger stuff, I will see you all then and there. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Have a lovely day.